Honestly, I'm almost at the point where my kudos can pretty much only be used to buy things from Archibald to sell to Lionel. They probably have a good relationship. Hey everybody, welcome back to more Triangle Strategy. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we beat Minister Sorceley in a trial by combat. And this time, we're a little bit ahead in the future from that point. There might have been some minor dialogue changes, nothing major. As now, we are making our decision on how to use the Elfric. Which, of course, we have one option left, and that is the morality option to blow up the bridge and continue from there. Only other big change is that we did spare the Roselle. That is what I'm going to do also for the next playthrough. When we do the golden route. I don't want to deal with turning in the Roselle. Flooding the city will leave the people with nowhere to live, and Frederica's plan hinges on how the enemy responds. We can win if we sneak into the castle and slay the Aesfrost commanders. Only Cordelia and I are privy to secret passages. True. You wish to use Elfric to blow up the bridge and negotiate with Aesfrost. I mean, the bridge is near the castle, so...
Still...
Her plan focuses more on people's safety than culling Aesfrost's numbers. But with their backs against the wall, there is always a chance Aesfrost will make a hostage of Cordelia.
Choice.
I appreciate your concerns about my sister, but still.
My lord.
Negotiating would only grant the enemy reprieve. There is a high chance that Queen Cordelia has revealed the secret tunnels to the enemy. But we will most certainly deal a heavy blow to the Aesfrosti forces by flooding the city. So you would choose Lady Frederica's plan. Might I inquire as to why? Yeah.
Quite true.
Indeed. You are dealing with nature itself. The Crown City may face far greater harm than I anticipated. In comparison, destroying the bridge will centralize the damage. I admit, Lady Frederica's plan indeed poses the least amount of risk to the Crown City. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with me, Lord Saranella.
Aye, lad.
Destroying the dam's our best shot at winning this battle. The enemy wouldn't know what hit him if we flooded the city. But there's no denying that the other plans have their merits too. Should we go with our best bet or consider one of the other options? So we think Lady Frederica's plan is the way to go, eh? Why's that? Yeah. There's no kingdom without a people. Glenbrook won't have much of a future if we ignore him for the sake of victory. Even if we succeed with the surprise attack, people might think us cowards for stooping so low, and I don't even want to think of the backlash that we'd face for flooding the city. In which case, Lady Frederica's plan would be our best chance of winning the people's approval. Each plan's got its good and bad points, but now that we've got the Holy State at our backs, this would be the perfect chance to strike at Aesfrost. Isn't winning this war more important than the Crown City's damages or the people's morale? And yeah, I can't agree with that. Oh, you never cease to amaze me, lad. You're already thinking about what comes next. It's just what I expect from the head of a high house. If Lord Simon were here, sure he'd say the same. I can see how you feel about this, but I need a moment to digest it all. Anna!
Yes, sir?
The enemy may already be aware of the tunnels, but no one is anticipating a flood. The capital is storming with its frosty soldiers. We must prepare ourselves to make sacrifices if we are to reclaim the city. See, so you support Lady Frederica's plan, though it seems the less efficient of the three. Yeah.
Certainly.
I've heard that the Duchy's supporters in the capital grow by the day. Even if we were to claim victory, if great harm were to befall the Crown City, people's dissatisfaction would turn to Prince Roland. It might be best for us to tread the path of least destruction for the sake of the kingdom's future. Seems I underestimated the merits of Lady Frederica's plan. I still think out of all of these, Roland's is the best, but oh well. Prince Roland wishes to defeat the Aesfrosti commanders who unjustly occupy Whiteholm Castle. I see this plan as proof of his resolve. As member of the Kingsguard, I intend to help him see it through. Lord Saranella, you think Lady Frederica's plan to be our best option? That does safeguard Roland as well.
Point.
And you say that heartens me as member of the Kingsguard. Though one of the 7 you may be, your heart still beats for the kingdom and the crown.
I have chosen.
Thank you, Lord Saranella. Speaking to you has shown me the merits of Lady Frederica's plan. Just real quick, get everyone on side. Hopefully. I'm not gonna get everyone on side. This won't be a unanimous.
It is time to cast our votes. In which strategy do we entrust the future of Glenbrook? Approach the scale. I believe in you.
Alright, Roland sides with us.
I believe
Benedict sides with us.
I agree.
Anna sides with us.
I changed my mind.
I'm with you.
We did actually get it unanimous. Nice!
The scales of conviction will illuminate the path we've chosen. The way forward is decided. We collapse the bridge and trap the enemy within the castle, keeping the common folk safe from the worst of the fighting.
You will safeguard the people, drive the enemy into the castle, and negotiate. You have chosen a righteous path, Wolfort. But do you really think negotiations will prevail? Such sympathy may be your downfall.
Even so, this is the path we have chosen.
Then walk tall. It is time to test your mettle. I must return to Hysant and see Minister Camsell. Next we meet, you will have both of our armies at your backs.
You have my thanks.
We cannot afford to lose this fight. For Norzelia.
I thought this battle was for Glenbrook.
This is not a simple struggle for power, Minister Serenoa. The goddess, the source, iron? The war of 30 years ago comes back to haunt us because the old cling to relics of the past. Norzelia needs to be born anew. Right now, the people of every nation are searching for a young standard bearer to guide them.
A standard bearer?
Yes, people like you and me. This war is a fine opportunity for us to show our worth to Norzelia.
House Wolfort and Hysant join forces and begin planning Glenbrook's recapture. But with the Norzelia River and the Aesfrosti armies in their way, retaking the capital will be no easy feat. Frederica proposes they destroy the bridge linking the castle to the rest of the capital, isolating the enemy and forcing them to parley. Though it may draw out the conflict, it is well worth it if they can avoid causing suffering to the people. Serenoa and the others agree to the plan. In support of House Wolfort, Hysant's great army marches forth for the first time since the Salt Iron War.
The Hyzantian forces should be arriving any moment, Frederica.
Well then, let us make them welcome.
My lady, are you certain this is the path you desire? We are to battle against your people, against Thalos and Erica.
I am keenly aware of that.
Of course you are. But simply understanding a thing doesn't mean you are ready to face it. A single second's hesitation on the battlefield could cost you your life.
Worry not. I shall prevail against any who stand against me. Even my siblings.
To try and save them.
No. To save myself. And to save House Wolford.
Minister Serenoa, Minister Cancel, and myself have brought what troops we could muster.
I'm grateful for your assistance.
It was an arduous journey. Is there anywhere the soldiers could rest?
We've prepared barracks at the harbor. Please use them freely.
You do think of everything.
Hyzant has not mobilized a force so large since the Salt Iron War. Yet I hear you intend to settle this not by battle, but by parley. The Holy One will not agree to any half-hearted measures.
The pressures of a large army on the capital's threshold is part of our plan. Come inside and I will explain the rest.
I always like Frederica's plans. I'm guessing we've already seen that.
My spies have ascertained the situation at the capital. The bulk of the enemy is holed up in Whiteholm Castle. Right now, they don't seem to be very active.
And what of the common folk?
Their daily lives progress apace. It seems the enemy has yet to notice our movements.
Perfect conditions to execute Lady Frederica's plan. If the people are at ease, we should be able to seize the capital without resorting to all-out battle.
Thank goodness.
Then let's review the plan. First, my retinue shall take a small vessel to Whiteholm Castle and destroy the bridge.
Are you certain you want to go by yourselves? We could lend you some soldiers.
The fewer of us there are, the less likely we are to be spotted. We'll manage. We'll have the blast crystal.
Oh yes, a bridge like that'll come falling down pretty easy. You'll see.
The explosion will be your signal to march into the capital and keep the people calm.
Without using force, yes. I shall impress upon my soldiers they are not to act rashly.
Thank you, Minister.
As for you, Minister Cancel, we'd like you to take command of the naval forces to blockade the castle.
Very well. I can't say I'm much experienced in marine warfare, but I'll do my best.
Destroy the bridge, capture the town, blockade the river, isolate the enemy in the castle, and turn that impregnable fortress into their prison.
Once they're trapped, they'll have no choice but to parley with us and release their stranglehold on Glenbrook.
I hope you're right. A word of caution before we begin. Prince Roland, you are aware they will likely use Queen Cordelia as leverage when the time for parley comes? But no matter what pressure they apply, we cannot allow them to break us, should the worst come to pass.
I understand. I do not expect the fight to regain control of our kingdom to be painless.
Good. We have our plan. Now we must act upon it.
Then we shall depart at once, until we meet again in the capital.
Farewell, and good luck to us all.
Erica, Thalis, I cannot put off fighting them any longer.
My, you're certainly calm for someone about to be sold off in the morrow.
Sold off? You would compare my marriage into House Wolford to trading coin for flesh? Why, I am to be a beacon of allyship, a bridge between our two lands.
Yes, yes. So tell me, dear, how do you plan on seducing the Wolford boy?
Wait, let me guess. You'll use the same charms your mother did on our father.
Oh, enough cajoling, Erica. You're apt to make her cry. And Frederica, you know you don't have to take such abuse in silence, don't you? In any case, you seem to be under the impression that you've been entrusted with some crucial task. That couldn't be further from the truth. This is only to get you out of the way, same as your mother. You're no use to anyone in Aesfrost.
But you already know that, don't you?
Well, every happiness to you, dear sister.
The world I knew before was so very limited. No matter what awful thing happened to me, I believed I could do nothing but suffer in silence. But staying quiet in the face of injustice is tantamount to condoning it. I needed to stand up and fight for myself. Becoming part of House Wolford was the best thing to ever happen to me. Erica, Thalis, I'm done running.
In the dead of night, a small ship slips silently into Whiteholm Castle. Aboard are none other than the elite Wolford fighters, led by Serenoa himself.
You know, as much as we can hope to not get involved with any big fights and whatnot, I have a sinking suspicion that what's going to happen is that we have the fight here and then we have one more fight afterwards. I don't know what gives me that impression. But we'll find out, if that is the case, next time. Well, not actually, we'll find out probably the time after that. But that's besides the point. But until then, see you guys later.